Okay. Hopefully everything's working. Seems like it is. Let me know if the audio sounds funny, guys, or if the video looks bad. Make sure the video looks good. Yeah, seems like it's good. But they excuse my dog. Notification on my phone. Let's make sure the video looks good. Yeah, it seems to be alright. Alright. What's up, guys? You guys are doing well. Look at me. I am the DPS now. Is there power for somewhere? It's about to go away. Pretty good. Alright. Let's pick a random playlist here. Luck of the draw. Play some good music plays. Ooh, I got in group 1 with a Willbender? Excuse me? Cool. Not down, honestly. I think Willbender can be good. You guys don't mind letting me know if the video and audio is alright. I appreciate it. It's a weird group. Stab, really? Like no mage stab? It's for low. Cool. Yeah, that's way too many, bro. Holy shit, we only got 13 dudes. Oh my gosh. Let's just do a quick quality check on the actual. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright, cool. Oh yeah. Where's that guy? Yo, hey Spike. Good to see you, man. Let me know if everything sounds and looks good, man. I just did a quick check, but I didn't really listen to the audio because I didn't want it to reverb. Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, I am tired. But I'm excited for the content. We should have a good group to fight today. I just hope we get enough people to log in. Kinda little. We're kinda schmo. Just watch your video and the guesses. Everything sounds pretty good. Really? You agree? Nice. I think there's only 2 of them that I think might flip-flop. I think it's technically possible that the Guardian and the Warrior icon can switch places because it is a bit weird that the icons look so similar to the core icons for both of them, but you know, ANET is a little weird, so. Sorry, somebody in Discord was talking. They're kind of funny. And the other ones that might switch around might be the Summoner with Ranger and the Archer icon with Ellie. I'm not sure. Sounds good audio-wise? Okay, good. Oh, sweet. Yeah, for sure Paragon's a warrior. I think one of the compelling arguments that people keep mentioning is that because Paragon's technically used to shouts, the icon having a closed-faced helmet is a bit odd. And I kind of agree, and that's why I think there's a chance that new like bulwark shield icon, that guardian icon, could potentially actually be the warrior icon, and then they kind of flip-flop it. Tengu's the guardian pawn. Oh, really? You think the Tengu? That'd be interesting. I might have to look at that again. This is a Bladesworn. Look at this guy. It's like seeing a rare Pokemon. Bladesworn actually out in the wild. I wonder what kind of build that guy's playing. Could be a red herring. Yeah, I know. Ooh. Who's oh, it's an attack here. This is not my attack. Okay, well, that makes more sense. I think we got my group. Honestly, I'm kind of excited. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I hope I'm wrong on a lot of icons, honestly. Because I think it'd be more interesting. And frankly, I can't imagine what the mechanics are going to be for any of the classes. So I am kind of like really just curious about how everything's going to work. Like what did they want to bring to the game? You know, like what do they think the game was missing? I don't know. Probably should go to my Zerg build now, since I think we're getting pretty tough. I think we might need dwarf stance for today. You're stoked? Did you see the recent leak on the Reddit? God, I'm getting old. Holy shit! On the Reddit threads, apparently there's a trademark name like Visions of Eternity. It might be the name of the expansion potentially. It's kind of interesting. I don't really know what that'll mean, but. I thought no, honestly, that name doesn't really mean anything at all. It's interesting, I guess, for the lore heads. The silver flows you think is elementalist? Yeah, somebody else said that to me too. Power flows. I do think there's a chance that the Quicksilver could be an engineer or elemental thing. Just not sure, because if you take that one away from engineer, I just don't really know which one goes to engineer, because that's really the only one I think fits. That's my problem with that. I thought that over like once or twice, I think. Minstrel Bard, yeah, of course. No, that just seems so obvious. I can't like if they really switch that one out for something else, it would just be purely to be contrarian, right? Ooh. Put that guy on the chain. Come over here. Just gonna finish off this guy. This guy's mad. He's mad I did that. Oh, that'd kill your little guy. Don't want the ranger to get into the range spec. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I feel like if they give the bow to the ranger, it feels kind of dumb, right? This is kind of fun. There's just so many of them everywhere I go. Catch up with you on chat here. That sucks, Spike. Loving the speculation though. So much fun. Why did the person just walk into it and get hit? Like what? Nice. It's kind of a bad roads. It's a brain working. I love it, man. So fun, honestly. I think it's been the most interesting release because of this. Imagine being these guys, man. Holy crap. You guys are just feeding. Your bag feeders. So many kills. 11, 11, 11. Look at the boys. Good damage. Grab some supply. Alright, let me catch up on the chat.
What brings you here?
What does that mean? Okay. Alright. And I want to catch up on chat, but I can't. Alright, let's catch up on chat here while we're sieging. Alright, Paragon definitely shouts, yeah, Tengu's Guardian, yup. Rev's Invoking, yup. Ritual, of course, going Necro because of that picture. So we agree on the knife, the minstrel, the silver flows. You're saying it could be LA. I kind of agree with it. There's a chance on that. I see it. Yeah, and we're both kind of agreeing. And we don't want Ranger to get that bow thing. I'm wondering how the summoner would work. I think the summoner just seems the most interesting to incorporate with the pet, because the whole Ranger pet mechanic would be kind of lost if there's like the whole bow and arrow thing as the focus of the entire spec. You know, like even Soul Beast, which is the one that like gets rid of your pet, incorporates your pet a lot. So. Ooh, I just definitely missed that. Backing up. Beep. Alright, let's not get stuck in blue stance. I wonder how they'll do Paragon. I imagine it'll be some sort of defensive, you know, buff your friends kind of thing. Which sounds cool. So, why are these guys here? The Wanglers. What? Never seen this build, I think. Oop, that's stuck in animation somehow. This guy's like suiciding to get a res on this guy. Are you nuts? What are these people? It's gonna do one pull. Do I catch? No. Alright. Stay back though. Switch music. I'm not feeling the doom. Get my little chain. Ooh, red is coming. Oh shit. Yeah, we're about to get fucked. We do not have people for this. Of course we're getting sandwiched by these two guys, man. No energy, bro. Man, why are we getting sandwiched? We're the smallest group in the map, man. Bro, this is such horseshit, dude. Why the fuck are we getting sandwiched? Fucking nerds, dude. Legit. What the fuck? Unbelievable. We only got 20 fucking dudes. What the fuck? Look at hell. Alright. We got fucking creamed it. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, I don't know if I could have done anything differently there. And honestly, I'm not sure if I should even be in dwarf stance. I feel like we have. I mean, it's not amazing. I only have 2 chronos in one party. Oh, because there's no fiber ending us? Oh no. I'll go demon stance. Maybe it'll be a little bit better. Alright. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having fun. Having a good Monday. Or Tuesday, depending if you're on the other side of the globe. Also, I think I might just go Thief Relic, honestly. So I'm not sure if I'm getting really much out of Isgarin, since we're not really that tanky. We're not tanky enough to actually stomp on them. We're not getting enough Goomba stomps because we're so small. I'm hoping I'm not trolling. Oh, this guy's missing a stabber. I don't know what to do here. I'll go dwarf. Fuck, man. I hate having to go dwarf because that's a bit of a pressure loss for me. I hate how much energy this costs. 40 energy is insane, man. do it. We have some heavy hitters on tonight. Most of our top dudes, but we're just so small. Hey, we're missing a couple of our main guys, actually, now I'm looking. Missing 2 of them, at least. Damn, I think is this actually how big we are? We're just like a 20-man guild? I didn't realize that. Like a 30-man, maybe? 30 with pugs. It's one. I got one pulling him. It's nice to be slow. Switch it up. Yeah, stealth bomb would be good, but we're not that coordinated, you know. We're a bit casual. I'll be honest. We have a small group, like a 10-man group that can do a stealth bomb. We've practiced it once. We can't really exclude half our group to do that. Okay, so we're doing this. Yeah, the best thing to do is overload on support versus this kind of thing, you know, less damage, but I'm just not that good at heal Vindy, and I can't really switch to Druid. I think there's a Q. Oh, there isn't a Q. I could switch to Druid if it really comes to it. Try and carry the burst healing. I don't know. I don't know if that's what we're low on. Is that what we're low on? Could be, actually. Yeah, switching clothes for show. I get my tag like got separated there. Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, thank goodness. We're back in. We're locked back in. I got baited. I thought my tag was gonna walk over. No. Alright. So many got away. Man, I got bounced. Like, holy shit. And I'm using Dwarf Stance. I don't know if it's Dwarf Stance as the play or not. Yo, what's up, Lava? Good to see you, brother. Hi, NCO. Let me catch up on chat, guys. Sorry. So we do. Really? That's pretty impressive, Spike. Honestly, that's pretty good. We're a bit too casual to. We probably have a good core of 15 people that if we practice that, we can do it. But we're a bit casual and we kind of try to open tag a bit. So we're a little bit too big for that now. Good to see you all. You just logged off for the night. Yo. Yeah, appreciate you. We got some good fights, so I'm pretty happy. This red group is competent. They seem pretty chill. Although they keep sandwiching my ass. Why do they keep sandwiching me versus green, you bastards? We're literally the smallest group on the server, man. In fact, let me throw on my map blocker, and I don't know if that's really gonna be a thing. Let me take it off of the other stream. There we go. Who knows if that actually really does anything? I don't think so. I don't think they're actually sniping our location. Yeah, I can't wait to find out tomorrow. I'm interested to hear what the poem is for the Bulwark shield icon that will be released sometime late tonight. Overnight time for us. If we had 2 more Mez, yeah. Honestly, I think we need a couple of Mesmer mains in our guild. That's what we're missing. And what I mean, I shouldn't say Mesmer main. I think what I mean is like a Chronomancer, like a Chronomancer main. Somebody's really good at Chrono. Because we have Mesmer mains, but they like to play a lot of other things. They don't only play like support Chrono. It'd be nice to have a couple people who are like just main. Let's enjoy. You know, I don't want to put anybody on a role that I don't like, right? So just it'd be nice to find the Chrono main. A couple of them. I always feel like we're low on that. Alright, here we go, boys. You guys hearing the music okay? You guys don't mind letting me know? Let's go ahead and play this playlist. I didn't get any supply. Ooh. I accidentally blue stance. A little bit of fat fingering there. Yeah, I think that was a winning trade for us. I'm pretty sure that they lost a lot more people than we did. Perfect volume music, good? Okay, awesome. Great. Sweet. I've been having audio problems. You know, you guys saw my last stream, I think. Or heard it. It was pretty terrible. The music wasn't even playing. Not sure how that happened, really. I saw the program and it like changed like a bunch of audio drivers. Somebody in my guild yelled, I'm a Moa, I'm a Moa. Did it. Nice. Good hold, boys. Oh, we have some people with us that aren't in our group. Hell yeah. Gentlemen. The damage meter there is so weird. I don't think I did too much. I was just trying to focus on the spiking. Yeah, I hit a 24k spike. I think that's what most of us were doing, just waiting for the hit. We didn't greet the DPS. These guys are pretty serious, so I gotta actually do my utilities quickly. Ooh, we use Elgato stuff. I like Elgato equipment. I don't have any right now anymore. Windows update? Maybe it was Windows update. It's like reset everything for some reason. It's so annoying. Alright. Does this include NPCs? Is that why the damage meter looks so weird over there? Yeah, it did. Weird. Alright. We gotta step up our game here. I wonder if we have enough stab now and I can switch it to demon stance. Somebody in my Discord was yelling, I'm a Moa, I'm a Moa. The face cam, nice. Ooh, are we holding this for real? Why is this pro guy on? I thought he was supposed to be joining our alliance. Alright. Corsair, yeah, I also use a lot of Corsair stuff in my computer. I use a Corsair mouse, a keyboard. Pretty good, honestly. I'm not really a big like advocate of brands or anything like that. You know, I don't really usually make recommendations and stuff, but Corsair has been pretty reliable for me. Mouses, or the mouses or mice, I don't know what the plural is. Stream slaggy? Oh shit, really? No. Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. Yeah, let me fix that. Oh boy. Yeah, I see. Okay. Hold on, let me fix that. Yeah, that should be better. Hopefully that fix. I think I actually might have gotten an update in the background, literally. I got haunted by a Windows update. I think I fixed it. That's a lot of folks. That's a lot of guys. Alright, let's do it. Nice. Good hit. We traded blows there. Audio's still good. Okay, good. I'm back to normal. Good to hear that. Hey, a coiner. Hello, fellow coiner. Is that you, Pineapple? Are you doing? Is that you? Or is that Carrie? All right. We kind of Goomba stomped on them there. I might be able to actually start using the Zerging relic. Yeah, I feel like both green and red just want to beat the shit out of us for some reason. They guys so mad at us. they're not hitting each other. They just want to beat the crap out of blue team, I guess. Pretty chill music. I'm getting sandwiched. Okay, well. Just check my stats real quick. Oh, the Kandi druid. Womp. Okay. Am I playing on NA? Yeah, I am playing on NA, Omerta. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. We're having a lovely Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, wherever the hell you are on the globe. Oh, Red's thing is open. What the hell? Oh, this is a recipe for a sandwich. What? Alright. Smile. You're an IT tech? Yeah, I'm also an IT. I'm a software engineer. It's pretty similar. Do I have my own Discord? I don't have one for like my channel. I do have my own guild. I don't really do anything with it. It's called the Giga Gamer Gurus. I have one of my boys in it. One of the avid stream viewers. I don't know, maybe I should make a Discord so I can talk about, you know, stuff that's going on in the game. And with the stream people, you know, most of my Discord interaction is with my guild. In the guild Discord. Gotta stay in Dwarf Sense a lot here. I'm surprised we're holding this for so long. I'm going down. Holy shit. Nice, guys. Yeah, honestly, maybe I should make a Discord. So we can talk about stuff that's going on in the game. With the channel, you know. Not everybody's going to be in my guild. Ray selling my Discord. Alright. You guys have convinced me. I'll set up a Discord. It'll take me a minute to figure it out. It's been a long time since I tried to make one. J-Reps. Yeah, J-Reps is an animal. He's my boy. Alright, so damage-wise, pretty good. I was being pretty defensive there. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go Demon Stance because they're kind of just ranging us a lot. Yeah, that was a good hold. Honestly, I'm not too ashamed of that. Put some respect on that. Let's try Demon Stance. Maybe that would be a little bit better. We'll stay Thief. Our sustain seems pretty good. I think we just need to work on the offense. I think we might be missing Necros and Mesmers, which gives you that punch power. We got 3 Chronos. We got 1 Necro, 2, 3 Necros. Yeah, 3 Necros is a touch low probably. Probably want like 1 or 2 more. Maybe 1 more Mesmer. We have 2 Weavers in a party like together. Like, what's going on with that? I don't really know what's going on with the comp. Oh really? I gotta check out your channel. You want to play Simic? You can't play. You're on dad duty, I assume. Oh man, too funny. Just a reminder, guys, if you don't mind, hit a like on the stream. It helps send it around YouTube. Get more gamers to fight in World versus Worlds. Annan has been streaming, really. That's good to hear, honestly, because I still strongly believe, after all, it's been like over a year to 2 years now, and I still strongly believe that Guild Wars 2 is probably my favorite, most sustainable MMO to play. It's just so chill. You play when you want. It's enjoyable when you play. You do whatever you want whenever you want. It's cool rewards. Cosmetics look pretty cool. You know, the story is pretty good. Some game story is pretty boring. Can't complain too much about Guild Wars. I mean, it's not amazing, but I think maybe J-Raps is in Singapore. I think that sounds familiar. So that might actually be the right same guy. Really? He's bringing in 1K viewers? That's pretty good. It's actually nothing to sneeze at. 1K viewers getting some exposure on Guild Wars. Alright. We lost the guy there, unfortunately. You're only now coming home? Dang, bro. Are you in the medical field, Simic? Is that what I remember? I think our stab isn't so good right now. I'm guessing that's what's happening to us. What the? This is Suicide Necromancer. Guess I gotta punch these guys a little bit from the back off because they're just nipping at our bud. That's a long one, bro. I'm sorry to hear that you're doing that, dude. Hopefully it's worth it for you, money-wise, you know? But still, that's tough. Oh, I guess we're going this way. I'm a bender. Yeah, I gotta stay dwarf today. It's fine. I think my best possible scenario is me being in demon stance. It's like the most offense, and the energy is easier, more for weapon skills, but I think I gotta cover with a little bit of roads. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having fun, having a lovely Monday night, Tuesday, whatever, if you're on the other side of the planet. Switch songs here, this is kind of slow. Just gotta lower the music there a bit. Oh, government. Damn, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever want to work for the government. You're enjoying Spear over Hammer on Vindy? Yeah, bro. Do I watch Homage? Yeah, of course I do. I love Homage. He's an awesome YouTube content creator. He's pretty much the only PvP content creator I watch. I don't really watch much PvP, but Homage is he's awesome. He explains things very well. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Lion on the job. The whole party's jumping ship. Oh, that's funny. He has a good roaming video. Yeah, I caught the beginning of it, and then I got distracted for an appointment with my dog, and it's actually on my list to watch again. Definitely getting targeted by their spellbreakers. Hello, boys. No, there's no way. Well done, boys. We're too small, man. I got 29. Let's see, are these pugs? Who are these guys? Pug. Or not pug. One pug. Don't remember that name. Maybe a pug. Damn, bro, we're lagging in fucking stab, man. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna give it one go on Demon Stance, even though I'm pretty sure it's a mistake. How does the reveal work tomorrow? They're probably going to do a blog post talking about you know, where maybe they'll talk about the. I assume they'll reveal the name of the expansion. They might reveal. I assume they're going to reveal like the elite specs to us in some way. I don't know if they're just going to tell us the names or what. I don't know how they plan on doing that. I don't know if they want to blow their load all at once, you know. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they have some videos loaded up for like each elite spec, and they're just planning on posting them or something. I don't know. This release cycle has been a bit different than the last one I was paying attention to, so I don't really know what to expect, honestly. He's so damn calm while roaming. Yeah, that is kind of his strength. All right. Let's get locked in. So, never mind. I'll just help make sure I get stabbed. I'll save my supply. Okay. I don't know, how's our comp looking, man? Are these guys playing heals or what are these guys? I don't know who this dude is. Somebody tells me this guy's not playing a comp build, but I'm not sure. We got Raynex playing Spectre, that's good. My boy. We have an alright amount of Chronos now. Just not enough Firebrands, that's what we're lacking. Just Firebrands, we have like literally 2. Ugh, man. Mine's always Firebrands. They gotta figure out how to make providing stab more fun, because providing stab is pretty boring. It's so hard to find stabbers. It would be insane if they don't tell us what the elite specs are. Are you serious? Like, they'll say they're gonna give us a post that says like in 10 days, and then they're gonna say they're not gonna tell us what these icons are. That would be actually maddening. That would actually, that would drive me nuts. Actually, I don't even want to picture that anymore. Hope. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I hope. Honestly, I'm just hoping it's fun. Really, I expect everything to be pretty fun. I have high hopes and faith in ArenaNet, to be honest. I think they're a pretty competent set of dudes and gals. Guys, gals, non-binary, pals, and all the above. Hey, Glob Tag. Our resist uptime is so low. If I'm not playing Renegade, our resist feels low. Gotta work on that. I don't know. Me providing stab or resist feels kind of dumb. Robert tag. So many misformers. Okay. I think I farmed him there a bit. On the cream of the crop. Or crap. These guys are furious. Red is outside. What's up, guys? Hi, Katie. Oh, I'm no longer worrying. She has arrived. Or they. So far, the marketing seems good on the expansion. You know. Good start. We'll see how it goes. The fear is escaping my body. Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody. The Ram fam is gathering. Guess red is helping us with green. It's a battlefield. Okay. Let's strike the boss. I want to know the names of the specs, yeah. I think if they give us the names of the specs, it'll give us a much better idea of what we're really looking at. Hello, Glob. Globimus. He who globs. Okay. So he's my own food for now. You see, you told somebody you thought the engineer was getting playing cards? You are a troll. And they got mad about that? That's crazy. Keep them on their toes for sure. Oh, it's Globimus. He who globs. Get him. You can't glob him. Oh no, I fell. Wait, Zag fell as well. Alright, so small made it. Let's get the boys in. You do what you can. Funny. You think Bard's going to Warrior? Honestly, that'd be kind of cool. They are a weapon master. They can make anything a weapon, you know? It just doesn't make sense thematically. They don't use any magic, you know? You would have to literally bonk people with an instrument. Which could be funny. Just bonk them with a lute. Alright. Ensure that there will be niche traits for damage and support. Yeah, of course. But I'm really hoping to find out the names of those classes. I think that'll help us figure out the general themes, maybe some of the gameplay ideas to expect. I think that could be fun. Just don't know if it's reasonable to expect that, really. You gotta pay for the slice of that cake. Green guys are just like cannon fodder. $12K Nomad's advance. Put me in jail. That's illegal. Handcuff me, officer. That's not allowed. It's too much damage. Hacking. It is. Yeah, today's picture pissed you off. Yeah, it's a fucking shield, man. It's so. It just doesn't. It doesn't really clarify anything, you know. It really just does like leaves a few more questions than answers, man. I gotta look into that poem thing again. Yeah, maybe right. You might be on something. I look into that. You think ain't it? Is upset that we've guessed everything? I wonder if anybody has guessed it perfectly right, and how accurate are we? Because I think that the Guardian and the Warrior icon can flip, and I think that the Ranger and Ellie icon can flip. So I don't really know what to expect on those. Shield. Yeah. People have made some compelling arguments, really. I don't know where I stand, honestly. I watched a couple of videos today of some other people talking about their decisions too after I uploaded mine. And man, so many other people have so many good arguments for their choices. It really does feel like we're all wrong and we're all right. Alright, well honestly, but most importantly, I'm wondering what mechanics they're going to add to Revenant, really. Like, what could they add to me, you know? Like, if it's a Tengu legend, it could be like a stealth legend or something, you know? We don't really have stealth. I don't know if they really want to give Revenant stealth, though. Another mechanic we don't have is portals. We don't have any reset mechanics, like Chronomancer. We don't have any shroud mechanics. I don't know. I don't know if they really want to give Revenant a shroud at all. I don't even know if that would work very well. Phalanx. I don't know. I don't really even know what a phalanx is. Really. I'm a little bit uneducated, I think, here. Oh. Damn, he has a huge one. You red fellas are big and we're too small. I think I gotta go do the dwarf stance, man. Fuck. We're too stonk. If Reps get stealth and portals, I'm uninstalling. Yeah, I just don't know what other mechanics they can add, right? Like, what are we missing? We have so much stuff already. It's crazy. You know? Like, what other, I don't know, super speed maybe? We can provide super speed. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe it'll be an elite spec that gives super speed. That could be cool. That doesn't seem broken. Pray for stealth, portals, and super speed. All of the above. Honestly, I'm kind of down for that. Invokes the wilds? Really? You think so? A summoner. I mean, I don't know. Healing the land. I don't know, maybe. Rev could be anything, though. That's the thing. Whack-a-mole kit. I would love it, honestly. I just can't think of what else. Like, what could they give us, really? It's just... Honestly, I feel I'm a bit uncreative when it comes to thinking of class mechanics. Because I've not really played all the classes, so I don't really know what all the tools everybody has that can maybe be transferred from one class to another. Alright. So hard to hit these guys. We don't really get in melee, so I can't go Richard at all. I'm not honestly sure if I should. I'm just gonna stay Demon, really. We're not going in melee, so I don't know. These guys are very range heavy. I think they're using spellbreaker damage. This is fine, I guess. Just gotta adapt. Okay. Not a bad hit. Got a couple. 2, 3. Wraith function? What does that mean, Wraith function? Flying demon skill? I do hope that whatever the legend they give us either has a lot of CC or it has a lot of mobility. I think those are the most fun, but something tells me that they're going to give us something a little bit different. Because there's a lot of legend skills that have mobility skills, so I don't know. Curious as to what that archery picture is going to turn out to be. Seems like fun. Yeah, we moved pretty slow. We lost our big chunky group. We moved a bit slow there, I think. We don't have a lot of stabs, so we're playing this bit of hit and run style. Pretty good, I think that's working. Let's catch up. Imagine bow with wings is Rev. Oh man, that'd be so much fun, man. I would love that, honestly. Literally, I would love that. I love archers in like most fantasy settings, so if they give Revenant like an energy-based like archer, that sounds fun. I'd play that. I wouldn't even be mad, really. Like a Tengu archer, oh, that'd be so cool. And like the elite skills, like some sort of cool like archery attacks or whatever. Got any hits? Wraith is a flying form. That's super deadly. Oh. Interesting. Oh my god. Should have gone this before my... I shouldn't have gone before my supports. We don't have the stab for that. Yeah. We don't have the stab for that, brother. It would be nice for some of the matchups I'm dealing with. Yeah. Oh yeah, honestly, that'd be cool. So much roamer stuff to have to fight. Ceasing arrows and boon strips. Oh man, we're talking my language here. Did that 1200 range short bow? Oh man, now you're talking right there. Man, I'm really excited just to learn what the new class mechanics are. I can't stop thinking about it. They fucking huge, bro. What? He's gonna kill me. Alright, just gotta clean up these dudes. How many evades? Gotta stop using roads. Well, I guess against green group doesn't matter, but against red, I have to be more conservative. I'm using too much energy on defensive shit because we're so small. My glob. My globamus. Never saw a lightsaber swung by a grandpa until I saw it on Rev. What does that even mean? You're gonna have to elaborate on that one. A lightsaber? Alright. Feel like you can tell. Much so. He's going fast as hell. I'm bullying Glob. No. Sorry, Globmus. I don't mean to bully nobody. Actually, I do mean to bully Green. And he's on green. Or they are on green. So, sorry. Bullied. Gotta call it a night? Alright, Spike. Good to see you, brother. Don't be up too late, bro. Alright. The speed of animation on Rev Mace? Yeah. You're talking about Mace 3? I hate that one. It's like fun and it's good and bad. They jump behind us. Yes, you're looking for me specifically, I can tell. Alright. Man, that took a long time for them to come in. Kind of impressive. What is resting me right now? What? What just rests me there? Alright, my tag keeps putting us in bad spots. I hate to say that, but we're losing a lot on positioning on top of being outnumbered. Kind of a big problem. We gotta play more carefully. We don't have the stab to like sit on them. I think is what he wants us to do. I will make you guys a Discord, I promise. I'll set up a Discord. I just gotta like figure it out. Honestly, it's been a long time since I did that. Put together a little Discord so we can chat. Keep it pretty simple. Voice channel, little chat, little place for us to talk about the game. Maybe I'll figure out how to get the an automated bot that posts updates for, you know, whenever there's blog posts. I like those. And that's keep it pretty chill. Maybe a place where I post new videos and a place where I do like notifications, like little channels for all those things. And then probably more interestingly, a channel where we can talk about builds and the pros and cons of certain things. Knack fan art. Kind of down, honestly. Chummy. I like Knack. Knack. I don't know how to say his name. It's a good name, actually. Very fitting of it, Silvari. Practice your wraith scrims. Oh goodness, what are you guys talking about, man? Switch songs here. Kanak is fine. Oh boy, it's that kind of fan art I see. So they're kind of I can't pull up in a meeting at work. Steve's name is Hydromancy Sigil. What the fuck? Katie, tell me, what do you think of Detective Rama? Doesn't he look like he looks like a famous actor who I'm forgetting the name. For some reason, their character model always stood out to me. You dude. Okay, yeah, that's that kind of stuff, huh? This kind of stuff is definitely gonna get me in trouble at work. Anybody who tells you that you can use their art like that is sus. Stop our group so slow. Come on, guys. Wow, 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 wow. He's delicious. What the fuck? Wilding out in the chat. They're just sitting there waiting. Yeah, okay. You guys are so thirsty, it's crazy. Like, are you guys serious, man? You guys have 2-to-1 numbers nearly, and you guys are gonna sit there at the bridge and just wait for us like that? Oh my god, man. It's so obvious what you guys are doing there. Trim down your numbers. Come down to 30. You guys have like 2 comp groups. We have like pugs. We have fucking willbenders. We have berserkers. I'm not sure are doing any damage. Yeah, like what is this, bro? You see Katie spending a lot of time at HR. When we had the option to choose a date, I was really mad you couldn't choose Rama. Wait, we had an option to choose a date. That sounds familiar, but I can't remember that why. It is literally mental warfare. They're just standing there menacingly. They don't even let us fight in Siege. Like, come on, boys. Give us a fucking chance, man. I want to play the game too. It's either we have to fight green team who are like incompetent or something. They're just like at their keyboard, but just have a ton of people. They're like asleep at the keyboard, I meant to say. Or we have to fight red, and it's a fun fight, but we're too small. We don't have any firebrands. Fuck, man. Who are we missing? Who are we missing that's normally on? Why is nobody on? It's a fucking Monday. Who are we missing? I feel like so static. Oh my god, we're missing Empress too. Lala Flakes. We're missing so many of our supports. What the fuck? Roselle's not here too? Dude, what? What? Damn, bro. I thought we were big on Mondays. Huh? Oh, we don't have a queue. We're not big. Are these people in our guild? Trying to get just into these names. Yeah, we're small. Holy crap. Come to the bridge. We just want to talk. Yeah, okay, bro. You have your Jenna feet and you have your Rama and Ganak. I guess so. You're a footman. Have the queen step on you. Let's see. AR fought against a bunch of blue yesterday and I saw a few PóRR, but no Vindies. I don't think I played a lot yesterday. So you're an AR, huh? Well, Anvil Resistance, I think, right? I've seen that name around. One of the few I remember. I'm on the hit list. I definitely have people looking for me. It's okay, I'm kind of used to it already. This has been... I feel like each link it gets worse. Against Mag, I'm pretty sure I have people who look for me specifically. Boom, 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 boom. Green go. Oh, green is just PvTing red while they're abusing us. Man. These fights are so one way. The Great Frozen Tag. Oh, okay. Frozen. Bad with names. Usually. I know Frosty. We have a tag on our group. Katie said, ew, because I was from Blackgate. That's funny. I started playing the game like around the Internios patch for Soto. So that was around the time when the restructuring was kind of kicking off, so I really don't know a lot of the lore of all the servers. Kind of wish I did. I definitely missed out on that a little bit. I think that's when I started, right? What was before that? End of Dragons? Yeah. Yeah, I started when Weapon Master was already in the game. I remember that for sure. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make this, boys. Alright, Blackgate was for toxic players? Really? I'm from Fort Aspenwood, so I only really know the guilds from there. I don't know the lore. 2 weeks and I'm back on Domain of Torment. Count your days. I'm spooked. Oh, I think we're tagging down already? Oh man. It's okay. Honestly, we don't have enough supports to really kind of contend with the big boys here. It is what it is. And I don't really feel like going heal. Could switch to heal druid, but... Alright. think I'm gonna call it pretty early today, to be honest. I don't know if I really want to stream anything right now. I don't know, maybe if a tag shows up, I doubt it. There's not usually any groups that run at this time. Man, I'm sad we didn't have enough people today. We're missing like a huge amount of people. We're actually missing some of the most important healers. It's crazy. We're missing Zelda, Roselle, Risk. He's a damage dealer. Who else are we missing? Oh, Mac, another Firebrand, Chrono. We're missing some of our best top dudes. Frosty, of course, Empress. That sucks. I thought everybody would be around today. Am I in the NA? Yes, I am. I am in the NA Alliance Discord channel. It's super important. Okay. Yeah, I'm in there. You should find me with just my name, Ramix. I hope people are on either tomorrow or Wednesday. Kinda haven't gotten any content on Vindy in like 2 links now. Sucks. I think in these links I should be going Renegade, honestly. We're so low on boons. But I'm already done with all my testing on Renegade. I don't want to do that again. And if I don't want to do that, I should just go Druid and just like heal spam. Make sure I'm in that Discord. Where's that Discord? Any Alliance? Yeah, there it is. I see it. Yeah, I'm in there. Alright, oh my damn, my bags. I hadn't even checked them on all this time. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that away now. Look at that. Let's see, isn't another tag throwing up? Maybe I'll run with them for a minute or two. I'll hang out for a second here. It's like kind of early. What are the odds that they have any stab? RXG guy. I don't think. I assume it's not. I assume this tag is not really gonna form into anything. I think I'm gonna have some cereal. I think it's gonna be one of those days. You think you sent it to me? I don't have anything. Wonder if they'll give us beta tests. I hope they do. They gave us beta tests on Spear, and I think they gave us beta tests on the weapons, right? Weapon mastery? Or maybe I'm misremembering that. I don't think I got anything from you, Katie. How do I find my profile name? Hold on, if I type my name in the Discord, yeah, it doesn't actually pop up. What's my name on Discord? Isn't it like .ramix? I think, oh, please. What is my name? How do you find that? Showing my brain down. Okay, my Discord name is just this. Just try finding me with that. Staff testing was on where? Okay. That was Weapon Master, I think, right? Or yeah, that was when they added the weapons, yeah. Alright. Viva Monstro. Am I ending stream? I think I'm gonna hang out for a second here. I don't want to go short bow instead of let's go short bow instead of spear in the roaming builds. What do I have in here? Fire? Alright. Is my picture of Kermit? Yes, it is. That is me. It is a spicy looking Kermit. Ramix, may I know the build? Yeah, of course, guys. Here are my 2 builds that I play. This is for Vindicator. What are the top 3 DPS in my opinion? It depends on what you're talking about. Do you mean like who does the most damage? Or are you saying like what is the most impactful DPS? And then top 3 of those. If you're talking about like that, what's the most damage possible? I honestly think that there are a lot of things that are very close to each other in that space. So I'm not sure. I think this is hard to quantify because in World Rule what you care about is like burst, right? You care about like spike damage. No problem, hello. Hello. So I don't know, it's tough to say. I'm gonna go over basically a bunch of pros and cons. Maybe that'll help you. So here are all the main DPS that do a lot of damage. And I would consider them in the a lot of damage tier. You have Berserker, pretty traditional. Berserker going longbow, greatsword, or dagger greatsword as your bursts. Pretty good. It's up there. Berserker is good because it has pretty consistent spike damage and it has access to banner. It has no access to anything else other than doing that damage and banner though. So that's, you know, it's kind of a trade-off. And then you got Spellbreaker DPS. Spellbreaker DPS is pretty good because it's like a consistent damage dealer that is stripping the enemy kind of like all the time because you have access to do damage with Spear and Greatsword. So Spellbreaker is quite good for like consistent pressure, and if you're very good at mastering how to spike on Spellbreaker, like weapon swapping and getting a fat burst off, it's quite good. In my opinion, it's probably better than Berserker. It's easier to play, has higher pressure, and it strips, you know, ranged strips with no cooldown really. So Bladesworn is pretty much doesn't exist. What's next? You got DH. DH is pretty up there. They got crazy spike damage, and you got a little bit of defensive utility and a touch of cleansing and a little bit of stability that you provide to your team. It's pretty close. Just use Spear now, and you can choose different legends other than Dwarf. No, Spear Greatsword. Sorry, talking in Discord, guys. The hammer is good in a ranged meta. Like it does better when you're pirate shipping a lot more. But spear is better if you're able to. If you're like talking about like consistent uptime between the two, the spear is better. So if you're just always in like mid range and melee, the spear is just better. Alright, sorry about that. Answering some questions on Vindy. Have you started cooking with LE DPS? No, I have not. I don't play a lot of the light armor classes yet. I'm still learning them. I'm kind of like a heavy armor main. I know Warrior, Guardian, and Revenant very well. And I know Ranger now. Kind of expanding my horizons. Okay, sorry. To get back to what I was saying. DH is really good because you have, you know, Traps is a unique utility, which basically punishes the enemy for standing on top of you or coming on top of you in melee. And on top of that, they have a really crazy high spike burst rotation between Spear and Greatsword. So it's kind of like a more defensive version of Berserker, but very similar. You sent it to me? I'm very worried actually. Checked. I've actually seen this icon. I saw it on Reddit. I'm kind of upset that it actually looks like something. Alright, so the next big DPS class that's up there right now is probably Untamed, I'll be honest with you guys. I think Untamed is pretty good. I think Untamed is really good because it has a very consistent spike damage rotation, and in the rotation you apply a bit of CC and a lot of strips, like a lot. You apply nearly Scourge level strips, like a little bit less than the best Scourges in the game were able to beat me on Untamed. And I was pretty pleasantly surprised with the burst damage on Untamed. What else? What else would I label next as like something to play? I mean, Vindy I think is very good. I'm still kind of figuring out where it lands in all of this. I think the damage is there. It has very good damage. I think it just lacks a bit in utility. I think if I don't have to spend any energy on any defensive stuff, and my group is competent, I think Vindy is actually probably one of the best DPS in the game. It has very high spike in my testing yesterday. You're surprised to put Renegade low? I'm not putting Renegade that low. These are all in like the damage is very good tier, basically. But they're all very good in different ways. It's kind of hard to compare these. Maybe I should get a tier list. Let me tier list maker. Let me just do a tier list for you. I know that they have a tier list for elite specs, so let me just do that. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, I'll just do a tier list. Hold on. I think if I do a tier list, it'll be easier to track what I'm talking about here. Why am I opening Streamlabs? There you go. That took me forever. Alright, display cap. Okay, hopefully that worked. That working? There you go. Alright, now I'm a real streamer. Obviously I'm gonna put all the core specs down here, because they're not really relevant in the meta of the overall game, if we're being realistic. Alright. So if we're talking about DPS dealers here. Willbender, if you... So... Let's outline a couple of things here. A couple of rules. We're talking about strictly Zerg scenario. All offense. And I'm talking about like this kind of build. I'm talking about like... increased damage, increased power, increased damage, no boons, just might, power, increased damage, full berserker, like as offense as possible, okay? You're totally right in saying core war is there. I'm gonna put that on A tier. I actually do think it's pretty good. Is there any other core spec that is performing? Well, not really. Nothing worth it. I think core necro is probably B tier, maybe A tier. I don't know. I don't play it, so I'm just gonna put that there. But I'm going to talk about like full offense Zerg builds, okay? And these are my opinions and the pros and cons between the best stuff. And S tier is going to be like giga damage and utility, basically, okay? And then A tier is like either giga damage or utility, okay? That's kind of the difference between S and A, if you ask me, okay? And these are just my opinions. I've not really played every build in the game, okay? So just take it out with a grain of salt. I'm just gonna talk about the builds that I know the best, okay? I think Berserker is probably at the bottom of S tier for me, potentially at the beginning of A tier. And I think it's just because the damage is predictable and consistent, but it just kind of lacks like that extra, you know? It's just kind of just like, it has like it has a good damage and like a little bit of utility, okay? So then you got Dragon Hunter, and I think Dragon Hunter is an S tier build. I think it's probably one of the best Zerg builds in the game. I think if you're a really good Dragon Hunter, you can pretty much carry a lot of groups, but it does require that your commander know how to play with a Demon Hunter. So just gonna leave that there. I think the traps is the traps in the block and the slightly defensive nature of DH puts it in S tier because the giga damage and crazy S tier utility that it provides overall. Meta damage dealers, I'm gonna put Renegade on S. I actually do think right now Renegade is probably my favorite build in the game. I don't know if that's really surprising anybody. That's why I'm surprised that you said Vivo Monstro said I'm putting Renegade so low. Renegade is actually my main. It's my favorite build in the game. If we're talking about overall, it has good damage, great utility, has good CC. So I'm just gonna put that on there. Renegade is actually kind of busted, but I think it's harder to play and people maybe don't like the playstyle as much. So it's just not popular. But if we're talking about overall strength, you know, like if we're talking about the best player possible playing each one of these, this is where we're going for me. Okay. So don't hate me, guys. Next, I think Untamed is probably might be high A tier, and I think I might change this later. See, this is going to depend on how this all shakes out. Okay, I have a lot of experience on all these classes. I've played these extensively, but probably the most out of anything. Every Guardian spec is S tier. Yeah, but we're talking about DPS only. Okay. Let's see what else is pretty. So there's a DPS Herald build. I'm gonna. This is an honorable mention. I'm gonna put this here on probably around the core warrior level. It's pretty good. It's kind of a meme though. Let's be real. It's like a Shiro stun build. You know, it can pump numbers, but it's just not better than Vindicator, and it's not providing more utility than Renegade with the damage it does. So I'm just gonna slap that Herald on there. I've not played it a lot, so I could be totally off on that. Maybe somebody who has a lot of experience on this Herald build can correct me about it. And then you got my other main is Vindicator. Now this one I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what I feel about this one. I think the dwarf stance nerf really is hurting. Really is hurting Vindicator quite bad. So I think that if you can play Vindicator and not have to use your energy on defensive stuff, and you can play Demon Stance instead, I think this variant of the build is probably on par, probably with DH. It's probably pretty close. It just really depends on your group. I think I'm going to put it behind DH because, well, no, I think Vindicator and DH suffer from a similar situation where your tag needs to know how to position well for the DH to kind of shine, and the group needs to be very stable for Vindicator to shine as well. You've seen Untamed out DPSing classes in S tier? Yes, but it's a matter of consistency. They have good spike, and you know, you're talking to the guy who made the Untamed build guide, and I crank on it. I mean, I could show you here. I mean, I've got some videos here on this on Untamed. I know how to play it. I play it well. I'm usually at the top of the meter when I play it. Oop. Let's see. There's one fight here that we have a fat hit. It's kind of a good showcase of like the burst. So check out right here. This is kind of the burst rotation in the beginning, right in the opener for an Untamed. You can see it's pretty good spike. The problem is that you're very melee oriented. So I'll talk a bit about Untamed. Perhaps I glazed over it a bit quickly. Untamed has two weapon sets that are very good, but they're very good for different things. Yeah. I agree. So here's the thing with Untamed. Like, you have Spear and Hammer, which is quite powerful. but it's not. It's very good in mid range. It's not like amazing at like melee range. When you're in melee range, the spear actually feels quite bad. So if you're in a meta where melee range is kind of meta, or if you're diving between the two, you kind of want, when you're playing Untamed and you're using spear, you kind of like it when you can kind of poke with spear a bit and then engage and then switch to hammer and get a big hit, and then not worry that much about the consistent DPS after that. What was the evaluation on why it lands on A tier? I think that it's very melee heavy and requires, it might require a bit more support than the other DPS. I'm not too sure on this now that you're making me question this, honestly. How do I truly feel? Yeah, because the two builds that you play on Untamed are Spear Hammer and Mace Hammer. And Spear Hammer is good, but you lack a lot of melee punch. A lot of like high DPI. I mean, I'll go on my Untamed, I'll show you. So then you think, well, I'll fix that by going Mace Hammer. And that fixes the problem, but then you have like 0 ranged pressure. Which, I don't know. To me, I like having a lot of ranged pressure in my builds, or having some options for ranged pressure. DH is more melee heavy? Yes, DH is more melee heavy. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're talking about, because the only thing that Untamed brings is damage and strips, which there are other classes that do it better. Like, for example, Spellbreaker. The problem with Untamed is, I mean, it's not really a problem. It's just, it just doesn't have as much as the others. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing actually wrong with Untamed. I love Untamed. I mean, hold on. Untamed is legit my jam. I spent a long time trying to figure out, like, I think it's very good. I think the strength of Untamed is that the spike damage is good. You have some pretty powerful utilities at your disposal. I just canceled out, I think. So I was doing some damage testing, just some short spikes, and Untamed very consistently is going to hit around 60k on these dummies. DH hits around 81k. That's the difference. So you see hit like a 60k on this. If I go on my DH and I go onto the same dummies, I'm going to hit a spike that's like way fatter. And I did a few tests on this between Berserker, Vindicator, Renegade, Untamed. I did a number of tests just the other day. I think, I'm pretty sure I have the wrong keybinds, but I'm just going to try to do this anyway. Yeah, I need to put my trap down. I did a 70k burst there. And then on top of that, I have a utility that provides 6 seconds of stability to my friends. And you have a utility that provides a block to your friends. So that's really what pushes DH to S tier. So good defensive utility, crazy high spike damage, and traps on top of that. That puts it in S tier. Spellbreaker, very consistent ranged damage and consistent strips. You're pretty much stripping the whole time. If you're not familiar with the build, it's you play Spear and Greatsword and you just constantly crank out damage. Actually, I'll just show you a video of me playing it. That way I don't have to like switch all my keybinds again. So if you don't know how it works, you have a lot of range damage and you switch between Spear and Greatsword. And you're pretty much constantly just stripping all the time, You're tanky. You have options for all scenarios. You have Winds of Disenchantment. You have a damage immunity heal. So Spellbreaker is just extremely reliable. Good damage as you see up here, and you see the strips meter over here is just dominating. Yeah, this is the strips meter right here. Yeah, this one is, sorry, top one. So it's keeping up with Legion, which is a very good Chronomancer main, just playing Strip Chronomancer. And as the fight progresses, you can see that I'm climbing up and creeping up more and more on the strips. So to me, that kind of puts Spellbreaker in the S tier because it's just like easy to use and effective. You know, it's just constantly cranking, constantly pressuring the enemy. It has good spike too when you spike with Spear 4 and Greatsword combos. So nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at. So there's like a consistent damage situation that kind of separates like Spellbreaker versus Untamed. They feel a similar role, but Spellbreaker does it better. Untamed is similar, but kind of like a different flavor. That's kind of how I view it, in my opinion. But you know, this is just so far in my experience that I've played on all of these builds. If I had to check the order on these, I would rather have an Untamed than a Berserker, I think. Like, if I'm talking like the best Untamed in the world and the best Berserker, I think I would rather have a really crazy Untamed in the space of Berserker, because they have a very similar damage profile, but I mean, you lose Banner. I don't know. Banner is kind of... Man, Banner kind of puts it here, doesn't it? No. Strips... God, that's a tough one. Are the classes in order? Not yet. Let me think. I think Vindicator might... think... If I had to put it in order... I think this is maybe the order, probably. I think there's a reliability issue with Vindy, so I'm gonna say that DH moves up. So this is probably what I'm cooking here, and then you got Necro with Reaper. I think that's pretty good too. I think it might potentially put Vindy out of a job. I'm trying to think. Do I think that Necro is better than Untamed? I kind of do, and here's my reasoning, okay? Necro has access to some pools, Necro has wells, while doing strips, and Untamed has some CC, but only in melee, no ranged pressure at all. Reaper brings ranged greatsword pool, it brings similar strips to Untamed, a similar damage profile to Untamed, less bursty but higher damage over time. And then of course the other Necro utilities that are really good. So I think I'm gonna bump that to S probably, because the damage is good enough and the utility is better. I think this is probably pretty accurate. I think I pretty like that. I'm pretty much like that. And then you got like Damage Catalyst. I think Damage Catalyst is pretty good. Probably here. If I had to guess, Damage Catalyst probably goes there. Did I misspell utility here? Yeah, I did. This whole time. Alright, so I think Damage Catalyst is pretty good because you can do a similar build that I do on Renegade. You can kind of go like a half booner, half damage Reaper, so as to play in 50s. Is it really? Yeah, let me think. I mean, Reaper does require a lot of support, just like Vindicator. That's kind of like why they're here. Like Vindy and Reaper are like Untamed and Berserker, respectively, except that they have slightly better utilities. That's my only thing on that. That's why I'm bumping them up. Yeah. So what I was going to say about Catalyst is that with Catalyst, you can kind of play like my Zerg Renegade build where you go about 50% boon duration. That's really all you need. Your job is to reapply and pulse boons as they get stripped. Not really to maintain them. The supports are going to maintain them. Your job is to just kind of like be like a hybrid, basically. So if I do my damage rotation on a demi here, I'll just get into combat with this guy. Here is what the boons look like. Actually, hold on. Let me start in Calistance real quick. And why I'm going to show this to you, the Catalyst is very similar, except they apply quickness instead of resistance. So here's the rotation. So I just pay attention to my boons down here. Don't really look at anything else. Just look at what my boons look like, okay? So I'm just gonna start the fight. And I'm doing my burst rotation here. Got out of combat somehow. So as you can see here, I'm pretty much upkeeping protection full time. And I'm keeping resistance and stability at a relatively high rate. Actually, I just destroyed my rotation there, but... Let me do that again. I really love this build. I think it's probably one of the best builds I've ever tried to cook up. And I know it existed already, but when I started trying this little adventure, I didn't actually reference any builds for Renegade. Alright, so my boons. This is my rotation. So as you can check out my boons, you can see I have resolution, resistance, fury. I got protection, and all of these are going to all of my friends as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the point of the build. You do crazy CC, crazy damage. I mean, let's do a damage spike check. If you guys remember, the DH was doing an 80k spike. My Vindy does a 71k spike, 78, and Untamed does 68k. Berserker was hitting 60k, but 3 times in a row, or 2 times really, and then it kind of fell. So this is what the rotation looks like in terms of the damage graph. So let's check it out. I honestly haven't done this in a while, so let's see. I also don't have boons from the Jade Rod thing. That's fine. We'll stop right there, I guess. All right, so you can see that I'm hitting a spike of about 50k when I warm up, basically, when you get the engine going. What was that on 70% crit chance? Sorry? I think I missed what you're talking. Time Reaper. I'm tired. So, you know, I'm sacrificing just a touch of ferocity, basically, and some vitality, really. I would probably have a touch more vitality. For 50% boon duration. And you give crazy boons. You do crazy CC while you do damage. This is why I think this build is S tier. That's why I'm at the top of the list. It's probably the best build in the game to me. But it's also because I like the playstyle. It could be maybe Spellbreaker is higher. I don't know. I think providing resistance at 100% uptime is kind of ridiculous for a DPS to be able to do. I mean, if you just look at my resistance, I just totally messed up my rotation there. All right, let's just reset my energy here. So when I do my rotation, I enter the stance, and then I have about a few seconds here where I don't have any resistance. And then now when I switch into this legend, I have 10, and now I'm fully up to date. Yeah, my Tiffany, yeah, he's kind of he's an animal. I mean, he's as good as me, if not better than me at Untamed. He hits as hard as me, pretty much. So yeah, Untamed can spike, man. Untamed can hit a fat bomb, but the problem is that it's very challenging to hit a really good spore because it's very difficult positioning wise. That's one thing I guess I should mention. You need to get good value from spores for Untamed to be good, and that means that you need to be surrounded by enemies. So a lot of times it's very challenging to be able to do that. So what are my Renegade builds? I'll give you the link here. I have one for Zerg and one for also for roaming. There you guys go. Enjoy those. So what I was gonna say is that Renegade has ranged damage pretty much all the time. I can do all of my range damage like from here. I mean, you can just check it out. I'm just CCing these guys, just doing a lot of boons, just being generally annoying. There's a lot of like comfort in this build, which makes it quite attractive. That's why it's all the way in S. Just gonna defend that one more time. Catalyst, I think it's up here because it has access to some pretty good damage, but the burst is not as amazing. Do I prefer roaming as Vindy or Renegade? I would recommend you. Well, I guess let me ask you a question, which is going to help you determine playstyle. Vindicator is about dodging and using like evade frames more and using your mobility to your advantage. And Renegade is more about CCing a lot more and having access to boons, basically. So it kind of depends. They both play a little bit differently. When I play Vindicator, I'm playing more like an assassin style. And when I play Renegade, I'm playing more like a kind of like a midline group support. You know, I'm trying to like help people also do damage because I can't really kill people on my own in roaming all the time. In a multi, you know, not in a 1v1 scenario. In 1v1 scenarios, you can kill anything on either. But you lack a lot of that final finishing pressure on Renegade when you're outnumbered. So when you're outnumbered, Vindicator is a little better to get kills if you're very good at it, but it's harder to play. And Renegade is better to support your friends. At least that's what I think. In EU, we're able to do a constant 10k DPS on Catalyst. Down contribution is kind of low. Really? Oh man, I gotta give it a go. The light armor classes I am not super experienced on. I think in Necro I know the most. But I'm excited to learn them, to be honest. I'm excited to, once I get there, you know, once I get my journey, I'm excited to spend time on Necro, Ellie, and Mesmer, because I think all three of them have cool builds. Like, I'm looking forward to trying Staff Weaver, Catalyst of different weapons, you know, maybe Hammer, I don't really know. I don't really know all the weapons on the Ellie. I'm interested in trying Virtuoso. I'm interested in trying maybe like a Diviner Chronomancer, kind of like Renegade, you know, like a boon DPS Chronomancer. I don't know if that's really a thing or not. I don't really know how Chronomancer works, so it'll be fun to learn that. And then on what am I missing? Necromancer. On Necromancer, I want to learn how to be very good on Reaper. Kind of figure out what its limitations are. Maybe that'll change my opinion on these. Is there anything else here that I think I've noticed their performance a lot? Hollow, I think, is quite good. I think it's probably next to Berserker. I don't know though, because I don't have a lot of experience on Engineer, so I'm gonna say, like, with Hollow, you know, with the rest of these, probably take this with a grain of salt. This is from a guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know much about Weaver, so I'm gonna put Weaver next to Catalyst too. Maybe a little lower, maybe under PóRR Warrior, since I think it's just basically a DPS monkey. That's basically what PóRR Warrior is, but PóRR Warrior has access to Banner. So, let's put it like that. Why Hollow over Berserker? Is that a good idea? I don't know. Hollow provides super speed, which is very unique, but it's very melee heavy. But so is Berserker. I like Banner more than super speed, and I see more successful Berserkers on average than Hollow, but this could be bias. I'm just gonna put it like this. I can see this moving between the two. What else? What do we got here? We got Vert. Man, I don't know much about Vert, so this is gonna be definitely... I feel like this is definitely gonna be me talking right out of my ass. So I'm gonna put Vert right here. I feel like Vert and Untamed are probably pretty close. I just don't know enough about Mesmer, so I'm talking straight out my butt cheeks right here. Willbender I think is B tier. I don't really like Willbender at all. Like for Zerging. I don't really think... I think maybe a lack Willbender could be a thing, but there's just no point in playing Willbender. Just play a DH or play a Firebrand, you know? Because Willbender is just like a roaming... It's just like dedicated roaming, like a roaming build to me. That's like all it's good for. It's good for like jumping in and bombing maybe and like doing like an escape or something, but like that, but like that's not useful in Zerg really. The damage numbers are probably like pretty decent, but in terms of like utility, it's pretty much useless. It's just so far below these other ones. I would rather have all of these than Willbender, all of them. And again, I don't know a lot about this one, Hollow, and no, I mean I play Willbender. What other DPS is there? Scrapper DPS? Oh shit, where do I put Scrapper DPS? So I don't know a lot about Thief and Engineer, so this might be another one that maybe you guys can help me, you know, maybe help me place this. Scrapper, I think, is kind of bad, isn't it? I think it's probably like here. I think it has access to like some gyro utilities. Maybe it's here. I just don't know what the top end of this one looks like. Yeah. So you're saying Core Warrior actually cranks on? I had my guild leader trying Core Warrior and he couldn't beat me in damage on Vindy. I don't know. It's hard to place because I haven't had enough testing really. Any reliable testing. All right. Anything else? Anything else I think is worth putting on here? I don't think so, right? I think there may be a chrono build that could be on there. Maybe I'll put like a power chrono build like here, like a boon chrono maybe around here. And I think I'll move. I'll probably put it like this, honestly. I think this is where we're going. How do these compare? Would I prefer a Herald over the Reaver? Probably not. Bruh, I don't know. I think this is kind of how this is shaping up. I'm just going to keep these down here and the rest of these out of here because I don't care about most of these. Oh! There's this support harb too, by the way. I know we're talking about DPS, so that's an interesting build. I wanted to talk about that. Sword Axe. Yeah, I saw that. Spear Sword Axe. It was doing good damage, but it just doesn't do anything else. The rest of these, you know, boons, group utility, some strips, group utility, and also good spike damage. Maybe even here, to be honest. Trying to think, what does Untamed bring other than damage and spikes? Nothing, right? Yeah, I'm gonna move this like this, just because I think Virtuoso might have access to some slightly better utility than Untamed. And I think Hollow has better damage, although I don't know about that. I need to talk to some good Hollows. I need to play it too. Engi's coming soon on my my list. Is this it? Is this the list finally? Power Scourge, I don't really like Power Scourge that much. It's not really a damage dealer. It's more like a support. So I'm just gonna put that like down here. This is probably what I would consider all the meta stuff that I see people playing. Now let's go again in order. Giga damage and utility. Man, I think S tier is so close. It's like so close. It's so close. Do I really think all of these? I can see arguments for all of these jumping around, but I'm gonna stick to my guns here and say Renegade best. Personal preference. Okay, don't sue me, guys. Okay, I like Renegade. I'm a Revenant main. Okay, this is just my opinion. Good utility, good damage potential. Easy damage potential, good damage all the time. Just kind of shits out damage and strips. I think I might No. I think it's more likely that a Spellbreaker will be more useful than a Dragon Hunter. DH next, and then I think Vindy and Reaper. Probably close. Very close. I think it really depends on how my testing works out on Vindy. You can definitely see it going this way. I don't know. I'm gonna go like this because I'm not gonna disrespect Vindicator. I think Berserker is probably the best of A tier, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. I think the damage is super consistent. The spike is easy to hit. You have, you know, your weapons aren't really super great. I'll be honest. You only really have Dagger, Longbow, and Greatsword. It's the one thing I don't like about that. You've never seen a Reaper at the top? I've seen a couple. There's one Reaper that I know that he gets there with me. He gets up there. That's why I want to try it. I want to see where I can get with it. I want to get through all the classes at once at one point. I think consistent damage, ease of use, and battle standards. Putting this one here. Yeah, you're totally right that it's never a top downs contributor. I kind of agree. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna move that. I'm putting Hollow like right below that, only because I like the group super speed a lot, and I do believe that the damage is very good. I just don't know that. I don't know that for sure. Like I said, Hollow is the one I don't play really at all. You've been talking in vertical. Yo, is Thief F? Shit, sorry, Yotish, I was distracted. Yeah, I think that's the problem with Hollow, is that it requires a very good set of supports, and I think Vindicator is there too. But Vindicator provides a lot more, and the damage profile is very good in terms of utility. Sorry, provides more utility. What is this list? This list that I'm going over is my opinion. With limited research and testing, okay, on the strength of all elite specs for damage dealers or offensive roles. And what I mean by that is like your main job is to do damage, but maybe you have some extra utility as well. So at the S tier, you got S tier damage and utility. We got Renegade at the top because you provide resistance, stability, protection. You spam out damage and you spam out CC. It's pretty much just like, in my opinion, what you want in a build. Then you have Spellbreaker, which is basically the world's. It's like training wheels DPS spec. It's very easy to play. Spear, Greatsword, really easy to run through the two weapons and be effective. You strip all the time. Winds of Disenchantment, very tanky. It's just up here because it's very effective and very easy to play. Dragon Hunter is up here because Traps is a very unique utility. The spike damage on Dragon Hunter is probably the highest of all the classes that I've tested personally. The consistent damage is kind of boring and bad, which is why I put it lower in these. And it is limited by melee only. Spear and Greatsword is melee only, so that goes down the list as Spear. Renegade and Spellbreaker both have good ranged options, and so does Vindicator. But I think the damage and utility of DH slightly is better than Vindicator. And this is for World v World. Yeah, sorry, didn't say that. World v World Zerging. And then behind that, I think Vindicator is slightly behind DH. The spike is very close in my testing. It's not much different. But the consistent damage is really good. The utility and the flexibility of the utility, I think, is really good, and it is an argument to put it above DH, but I'm going to put it behind just to be conservative. And then we got Reaper. Reaper is good strips and DPS on the same level as Untamed strips and DPS. In my opinion, maybe not the DPS, I'm not sure about the damage. But you got a lot of good utility on Reaper, like Greatsword Pool, Greatsword 4, Wells, of course. So I'm going to put this as like barely getting into S tier. It's like barely better than Berserker to me. I'd rather play a Berserker. I'd rather have a really cracked Reaper than a really cracked Berserker. But truthfully, Yeah, it's quite close. But I'm going to put this here because I've not tested it yet, and I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll revisit my opinion on this probably later. And then we got Berserker at the top of A because it has good damage, but the utility is pretty much lacking, which is what all these are. Or the damage or the utility is there, but the damage is a little bit more lacking. And again, a lot of these I don't have a ton of experience on. I'm still trying to figure my opinion out on a lot of these. Which class am I cooking? Once I finish with Vindicator, I think I will probably try and go Hollow and Scrapper. I think I'll probably put out a build guide for Berserker, but I don't think I'm going to be streaming much of that because Berserker is really straightforward and hasn't really changed much since I last played it. So I'll probably make a video on Berserker, but my streams will probably go next to Hollow and Scrapper to learn how it works. And once I kind of have my fill of that, we'll see where I go. I'll go light armor classes after that, probably. I'll probably go, I don't know what order, but Mesmer, Necro, Ellie. It'll be interesting. Maybe I'll go Mesmer first, since that's the one I know the least amount. Maybe I'll go Virtuoso first, after Scrapper, Hollow. So anyways, from my tertiary experience, Hollow seems pretty good. The damage, I've seen some Hollows crank out the damage with me up there. And I like this group super speed. I don't like that it seems to be kind of like low range, which is why it's kind of in the A tier. Good damage, pretty good utility, but it's like lacking in something, and for me here, it's going to be the range. Virtuoso, I'm just going to kind of run through this again since got some new people showing up. I think Virtuoso has really good spike damage and interesting utility potential. And I think maybe I should do this. Nah, I will stick to my guns on what I said there earlier. I think Virtuoso has access to better, stronger utilities than Untamed, but offers a similar role, but with easier range and target access than Untamed does. You can do strips, you can do burst damage, you can just go full power, full DPS. Untamed, unfortunately, it's quite good and it's very fun. Probably the best and most fun rotation in the game is probably Untamed for me. And Mace, Hammer, Untamed, I've said it many times, is probably the smoothest world v world rotation I have tried. I like it a lot. My only problem with it is that you have to pick and choose your strengths a bit with which build you're playing. If you go Spear Hammer, you're missing out on a lot of melee power, and if you go Mace Hammer, you're missing out on a lot of ranged pressure. So it's kind of like you're basically only good at doing strips and damage, and you don't have the greatest target access, I guess is the way to say that. But it's got a really fun rotation. I mean, holy moly, is that rotation fun. I think do I still have the video up? I think I do. Like, man, I have to say, I love playing Untamed. It is the most fun Zerg rotation possible. I gotta say, it's up there. It's up there with Vindy for funnest rotation. Maybe I should do a tier list for funnest rotation, because funnest rotation, like, if we're talking funnest rotation, I mean, I think funnest rotation is going Vindicator. No. Revenant or Renegade, Untamed. Ooh, what else? What's next on funnest rotation? Probably DEH or maybe Reaper. NG's all about the kits. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to that. I don't really play with kits, you know. As a Revenant main and mostly heavy armor classes, we don't really play with those kind of things. I think Scrapper and Hollow are going to take me a minute to get good at, I'll be honest. I might be stuck on them for a long time. Until I can figure out my opinion. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the list in this order. So that's kind of my thoughts on Untamed. Man, I wish they had a really fun mid-range weapon. Like, I wish Spear was more effective at bombing at mid-range or mid-range DPS like Spellbreaker Spear, and I think the rotation would be really fun with both weapon sets. But I also really love the general theme of the Untamed Spear. Scrapper, I think I mentioned earlier, Scrapper has some good group utilities, has some res utilities, I think, and it's a pretty tanky, bruisery, frontliney DPS from what I gather. Do I have a link to a really good Reaper? Oh man, do I have a good Reaper? No, honestly I don't. I'm sorry, I wish I did. I don't know anybody who mains Reaper. I know that there are some Twitch streamers that they main Reaper, but none of them play Power Reaper. That's the only problem. That's going to throw Scrapper on there, and I'm going to put Chrono here because I think there's potential for like a boon DPS build like Renegade with Spear, and I'm not sure what else really. We'll have to check. We'll have to cook with that. To be figured out. Basically, all light armor classes are to be figured out. You know, I think with the heavy armor stuff, I'm pretty much locked in. I kind of understand how they all work. I think maybe Chrono higher than Kata? I don't know. Unlisted one? What do you mean by that? And then there's the Quickness Catalyst build that I've been seeing float around. I don't know how good that is. I've seen the damage, it looks okay. If the boons are good, then I'd probably throw it up higher, because Quickness is a good boon to be thrown around as a half DPS, but the problem is I'm not sure how much CC you're doing too. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm wondering about the Reaper thing. It's so melee. It's so melee. It being so melee heavy is what really makes me want to put it here. But it has Greatsword 5 pull, and it has wells, like Well of Power or whatever. And I think that's just barely good enough. Like, if the damage is like on par or even close to these, then I think it's barely S tier. You also just die from range to Warrior Spear? Yeah. I think this is kind of it. Core Warrior is a consistent DPS build. Pretty good, and honestly pretty fun and easy to play, from what I can tell. But it lacks a lot of punch power, a lot of that big spike, and it's lacking a bit in utility. It's like basically a worse Berserker. Or a worse Spellbreaker, to be honest, in my opinion. But it has its pros and cons. It has like a lot of immob in the kit and stuff like that. So Spear Sword, Warhorn, or Spear Sword, Warhorn? What's the offhand they use on this? I forget. Axe, like maybe Spear Sword Axe, I think. So I don't know. It's a fun meme build, but I think it's just not better than the rest, in my opinion. You got Power Scourge. Power Scourge is good for strips, but the damage is really not that good. You know some good core thieves? Yeah, but we're talking about Zerging. We're talking about group play. We're talking about in a scenario where I have 4 other supports in my party helping me out. And my job is just to do damage or be like an offensive force in World v World. That's why all these core specs are down here, because all the elite specs are just better. I mean, if I really wanted to rate these for fun, I'd probably put... I would honestly probably put this here. Yeah, I actually probably would put Korov here, and I'd probably put Guardian there. I'm not sure if Core Guardian is better than Woolbender. I'm not sure. Did a Berserker get nerfed to hell? It's possible. Any recent good Berserker POV? From my end, no. All my old Berserker footage is on my Twitch, and it's like deleted now. Right? Let me check my channel before I say that. I don't have any Berserker videos, do I? No, I don't. I have Renegade, Vindicator, Spellbreaker, and Untamed, yeah. I don't have content on the other builds yet. Still working on it. It's possible that Berserker got nerfed and it's worse, maybe, than Hollow. Maybe I need to test it out again. But the problem is, like, I am consistently seeing a few Berserker players get pretty close to me. I don't know. My opinions on this are so shaky. Let me rate these in order here. Which core build is actually the best? So probably like this. I think core Ellie's probably not too bad. Probably like this. This would be the order if I was just picking Elite specs. Or core classes Elite specs. So Power Scourge damage is like kind of like okay. It's not really. It's just so mid, the damage. You're just there for strips, really, strips and barrier. Power Weaver, not bad. Again, I don't really know a lot about it because it's a light armor class. Damn, really? Greatsword, Longbow, and Dagger all got nerfed? What the fuck? If the damage... Maybe this goes like this then. I'm going to assume that the nerfs made the Hollow slightly better. I think that's probably... If you're saying all three weapons got hit by something, I'll probably do that. I think that's probably a pretty safe bet. Yeah. So this is probably what I do for the core classes, okay, for Yotish. And this is just basing off of everything, like all the utilities and all the support and all the offense they can do for the core. Up here is just damage. I just only care about DPS classes. Staff Weaver, I wonder how it performs. I've seen some do a lot of damage. I just don't think they have spike damage. That's why it's really low. High consistent, low spike is what I'm guessing why this is here. Maybe this should go here, to be honest. Hollow got nerfed too? Yeah, but Berserker, I like it because of the damage. How did Hollow get nerfed on damage? I mean, let's say the damage difference is the same. And we're just talking about, like, utility. I think I like Banner. I like Banner better. More reses. I think I'll leave it like this. If the damage got nerfed on both of them, I'll just leave it like this. If we're just talking about utilities. If Hollow does better damage, there's a chance it jumps up. And then they got this Power Herald build. It's kind of a meme build. All it does is you strip with Shiro and then you use like Jade Winds. And then you have like some damage that you do. But it's kind of a meme, really. I really don't think it does that very good DPS. It's kind of like playing Core Warrior almost. Like, you could just play something better. I actually am going to put it below Staff Weaver. Because it does not do Staff Weaver level damage. And Staff Weaver is good on, you know, at least on downs. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to cook up here, guys. No way! Prime Light Beam is 3 targets now? No, that's a huge nerf. Is that what happened to them? Damn. That sucks really bad. It's their elite. Why would they nerf it that bad? And it has like a 60-second cooldown, doesn't it? No, maybe not 60 seconds. It's probably less than that. Prime Light Beam. What is the world cooldown of Prime Light Beam? It is 60 seconds. What? It's a minute cooldown and they made it 3 targets? Are you joking me? ArenaNet, what? No way, man. That's actually bad. Yeah, that puts Hollow down. That might put a Hollow... Not gonna lie, that might put Hollow down here. Below Untamed. I didn't know that they nerfed Prime Light Beam that hard. That really fucks their spike damage a lot. I'll be honest with you. I think this might be the order then. There's a good chance that Berserker goes down too. I might have to start playing a bit Berserker and checking that out. Yeah, I know Longbow was nerfed a while ago. Maybe this is the order I want to put this in. Is this better? I think maybe like this. Maybe like this. Ah, man. Alright, I think maybe maybe on Wednesday I'll stream Berserker. I'll give it a go. No, I can't play Berserker. We don't have. It depends if we have enough supports, man. If we have our main group, then I'll go Berserker and I'll give it a shot. Compare against our Untamed. But let's say the damage nerfs are bad. I think that Banner, I think, still puts it barely above Untamed for me. I think that's where I'm landing. I think I like Banner. It's just consistent. The damage is more consistent. Untamed is good, but does require a bit of handholding. You gotta get right in the middle of the enemy. Damn. I think I'll leave it like this, honestly. I'm kind of sad. Maybe I won't go Hollow next. Maybe I'll try something different, since it just got nerfed. Maybe I'll just go straight to the light armors. And then maybe come back when Hollow's doing better. I can try Vert. And then I could try Chrono in it. I could try Reaper too. Maybe I should try Reaper next. Go Berserker, then Reaper. Honestly, maybe I will do that. I'm gonna go Reaper next. I think I want to figure this out. Alright, so let me just look this up. Let me look over this list. It's been like an hour I've been looking at this now. Is this what I truly feel? For DPS only? I think so. You got Banner. You got DPS plus strips on both of these, but I like the damage better on Untamed more than Virtuoso. I think utility on Virtuoso is better than utility on Hollow. And the rest of these are definitely in the right order. Really? Alright, man. Yeah, I'll do Reaper. I think that kind of settles it. I think if Hollow is not in a good spot right now, there's no point in me trying to go Engineer and learning about it. So I'll go Reaper. I'll go Reaper and learn it, and then we'll go from there. Maybe Vert after. Alright, so my Wednesday stream, if we have a lot of support guys around, I'll try. Maybe I'll go Berserker. We'll kind of see. I'll log in. If there's a queue time, I'll stay Vindy. Because I have yet to get any testing on Vindy, man. Any real testing. I just want to test. I just want to test when our supports are around, you know, when we're actually have a chance to fight. Let me get my get some boons here real quick. This is the rotation that I want to do. I just never get a chance really because I have to spend so much of my energy on defensive utilities for boons. Spear Mesmer? Yeah, Spear Mesmer looks really fun. I was watching somebody do PvE on a Spear Mesmer and I like the animations, look crazy. Alright, so dodge, scavenger burst, R5, 4, 2, scavenger burst, dodge. Yeah, that's pretty much the rotation that I want to do. But I just never really get a chance to do it because it costs a lot of energy. I need my supports to actually be supporting. And I've had to put down roads and stuff, so hopefully when we're a bit more comped up, I can give this a try. Those SNK guys are tough as nails, man. There's definitely some room for improvement there. I don't think I like that very much. This is definitely like a lot more DPS. I don't know if that's better overall though. I don't know if that's better spike, probably not. 60k spike, I mean it was a little better. Alright, anyway. I always get distracted doing shit on the dummies. So this is my build. Let me put it back to the Zerging relic. Where you at? I always do this. I always forget what it looks like. Here we go. Alright, is there anything else I want to do before I head out? I don't think so. Alright. Maybe I could share you our Vindy build? Yeah. Claw Relic. Sure. Oh yeah, Claw Relic is 70%, right? Yeah, maybe Claw Relic could be better. Sure, go ahead and link it. I'll give you mod, you can link it. Me boom. You should have access to send me a link now. I'm down to check it out. My build right now is full Berserker almost and Dragon Hunter runes, and then Cruelty Fire Spear, and then Hydro Fire Greatsword. You can go Rage instead of Fire on Greatsword. There might be some other options there. Maybe just Force might be better. I like a Zerging Relic. The Zerging Relic is pretty good if you can actually get into melee, but right now the fights are too chunky, we can't get in, so maybe Claw is the way to go. I think Claw is over here. Get it from the vendor. Get it from this guy, don't you? Claw. Get into your wild. After you disable a foe. So, how do you have such high uptime on that? After you disable a foe on your Vindy build, because the only disable you have is Spear 4 and Reaver's Rage, and then Demon Stance, I guess. Pull, right? How does this proc? Is there a bug with this thing? Is it just like proc all the time? Let's see. Does this count as disable? Nope. So the pull is the disable? That didn't seem to work either. Oh, I don't have it equipped. I'm an idiot. Dumbass. Alright, let's equip the fucking thing. I'm like an idiot. Alright. After you disable a foe. Let's see. Okay, Reaver's Rage procs it. Oh, you Shiro. Interesting. I see. Pretty low uptime for my particular build. You go Greatsword on Spike. Use Shiro with Alliance. Why Shiro though? Don't you be like lacking a lot with Shiro? I mean, you have access to Jade Winds, but it's 40 energy. So, but also, what if you hit people with stab? Or does it always proc no matter what? Does it proc even if you don't actually stun somebody, or do like how does it work if they have stability? I would assume it doesn't actually proc if they have stability. It's usually how these work. Stability prevents usually prevents these kinds of things. How much do these hit for? 7.6k. It still procs. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you're using Shiro to proc a 7% damage increase. But it's so costly energy. So your opener is just like this? You're just like... Oh, I didn't even dodge, I'm an idiot. Let me do that again. That seems kind of weird, right? Am I tripping? Oh, let me figure that out. So your opener is like, when you swap the greatsword. Very odd. I mean, it's more consistent than Thief, probably. I mean, I don't know. I'll try it. Actually, I'll give this a try. I don't know about Shiro or not, though, to be honest. I'm not totally sold on this. Yeah, that's a lot of energy. You can spend 40 energy and get down Chalice Roads or something, you know? Or just, like, stay with Impossible Odds active, you know? It's a lot of damage. Impossible Odds is actually a lot of damage. People don't actually know that. And it's very cheap to upkeep now. Especially on Rev, who has a lot of million little hits that proc it. Look at that consistent DPS, 40k consistent damage. That was much. You know the consistent DPS of Berserker was when I was testing this. It was only at like 26 or 30k. I wasn't even really trying, to be honest. $60k spike if I actually just try and focus on that. I don't know, I think Vindicator is kind of sleeper OP, I'll be real. Every time I test that, it just surprises me. So I think is Garen or Claw might be the play, but like hold on, rotationally with Claw. I'll just think. Yeah, I get it here. I proc right there. Okay. Let's say I switch legends, and then you're telling me that you don't press Impossible Odds, you just Greatsword and then press Shiro. Then you have no energy to do anything. I mean, you kind of don't need energy with Greatsword. Wait, what? Eternity's Requiem is only 10 energy? Oh, I thought it was 15. So, hold on. Your opener is kind of like, I think I would rather do it like this. Let's just say that's like a mini spike I did there. Doing a Nomad's Advanced, maybe that was a mistake. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know, I'm a bit skeptical about Jade Winds because it can be blocking stuff. And it's just so expensive, energy-wise. I don't think that's the play. Yeah, you can use it if you for energy, of course. But you're saying that you want to proc it. So basically, like, this is why I say, like, whenever you switch back into Shiro and then you do your combo, you know, you have no more energy left. I mean, yeah, sure, you can press your energy thing to get some energy back, but you can only do that, like... I mean, I guess, can you line that up with every legend rotation? I guess you maybe could. Perhaps maybe that's the rotation there. Always using energy meld in Shiro. I always use it in Alliance Tactics stance because I like more scavenger bursts, but you're basically saying you always do this. I don't know, it feels a bit odd, but it's not bad. I'll mess with that. Thanks for that tip, for sure. I'll check it out. I feel like I would rather just be in Demon stance, right? I think the offensive pressure on Demon stance is better. Because you can just do this. Strip, pull. Then you can do your energy rotation, strip again. It's pretty good. That's a great sword. Oh, I think I prefer Demon Stance, I'll be real, guys. And if you're using Demon Stance, then you don't really want Claw. Because you're not going to be able to proc it enough in Alliance Stance, really. I feel like, I don't know. This is a tough one. I mean, you can proc it in Alliance Stance with Reaver's Rage, but it's such a high energy cost. Like, that's a lot of energy being thrown around in the rotation. Just for buff maintenance, it doesn't really feel good. I'm just gonna focus on keeping it up. So let me just look at my bar real quick. So with weapon skills I can't really, and I don't think I'm gonna be using the leap for this, so that means I have to do this to get it back. And that just doesn't feel very good. So now I'm kind of in a weird spot in the rotation where I need to CC to get my buff soon. So does that mean I should pair the weapons differently? Hold on. Demand cook. Does that mean that you're always in spear? So basically this means that perhaps I can pair demon with spear every time. So I'm always like this. Then when I go into Alliance Tactics, I can try and get a Reaver's Rage off, but it's so challenging because you have so many more important utilities to hit. So when you go into Alliance Stance, you kind of don't get any buffs. Yeah. I'd rather have Thief. I'd rather have a consistent 5% maybe. Or... Man, that's tough. Honestly, it's such a tough choice. Problem is you can't really CC an Alliance Tactics stance, so I can't get this to proc a lot. I mean, perhaps, what if I do it this way? Hold on. Let's try this way. Let's try using Energy Meld in Alliance Tactics stance only. Then when I go into... Let's do it like this. Perhaps this would be better uptime. But the problem is that your reuse doesn't actually get anything. No, I'll try this. I'll try this. Hold on. I think I got it. Okay, so you camp Shiro Spear. But why is Shiro better though? Is it just because for damage? I feel like I'd rather be Demon Stance. So there was a rotation there that I was doing that was working. I can do so it didn't proc there for some reason. Why didn't it proc? Is there an internal? No, there's not. Hold on. Not a bug. Wee. Let's iron this out. Honestly, that's not bad. That's not a bad rotation there, and that seems to keep it up. I'll try that. I'll try to keep that in mind. Maybe that might be a way to do it. I just don't know about Shiro. I just can't get behind Shiro really. Like Impossible Odds is good damage, but I mean, basically you're saying you guys do this. Very interesting. I mean, I kind of went for like a burst there. 70k? My highest on Vindy is 78, that's the record. And then DH is 81. This is pretty close. Low effort, didn't really try too hard. Although I'm hitting a lot of death drop damage, so. Then let's compare that to Demon Stance, which has some utility like strips and CC that's not being accounted for. Yeah, it's similar. I just didn't do as much death drop damage. How does my thingy look like that? What do you mean, Omar? What are you asking, my friend? How does my DPS tracker look like that? What exactly are you asking? What's wrong with my DPS tracker? Why does it look like this? I don't know. I changed the settings to make it look like that. What's wrong with it? What's different? The font, you mean? So wavy in the damage profile. You use arc DPS and the overlay thing looks different. Yours looks cooler. You're in luck, my friend. I'm gonna do a little advertising here. I've got a YouTube video that will help you. Check out my YouTube video. Enjoy. Hey, you're Viva Monstro. Go ahead and link me your build. I want to check it out. We got a video on how to get my UI. It still works. And I've got the install files. Plenty of success stories, okay? A couple people with some trouble, but I think they were able to get it fixed. So anyway, I have a guide on it on my YouTube channel. You can check out the video. Got lots of good videos on there. No problem. Happy to help. That's why I run this channel. To talk about the game, have fun with you guys, help new people get into it, that kind of thing. Hey, thank you, man. Let's check it out. Let's check out the build. What's different on this guy? Okay. Okay, so you're going for this. You don't go boons. Yeah, that's fine. That's the only difference. So you go claw, cruelty. Yep, you're on the cruelty build like me. Stamina, really? You're going for stamina? You're crazy. You go force fire. You guys go full crankage. Cool. You guys go some assassin. Ooh. You're going 60% crit. You go all the way to 100. Nice. Wow, these stats are very similar to mine. Isn't that funny? Hold on, let me pull up my build. Oops.
Am I gonna die?
It's actually hilarious. It's so funny how it all works out, even though there's quite a few differences in here. But my build is on the right, and here's the difference. I have a little bit more power than you. And I have more ferocity. I'm gaming on you. I have min-maxed my build to the tooth, my friend. every point has been maximized. So at your full strength, you have 44,017 power. I've got 4123. I have 252 crit percent damage, and you have 245 crit percent damage. And I'm only missing like around 3 or 4% crit chance, which in my opinion is worth it. And you have a little bit more HP than me. It's interesting. I see you're a coward. And I go Spirit Boon because I think that 3 seconds of stability or 2 seconds of resistance, it's not bad. And usually my might stack is pretty high. My group is able to provide me 25 might. I don't usually need them to give me, but I do agree that sometimes it's better to go this. Because it's, but the problem with this is that it's not a lot of might. It's only 4 seconds and 2 stacks. And the only time that you gain Fury is from Scavenger Burst, Changing Legends, and Greatsword 3. So it's only 6 stacks of might through your rotation. So, but cool, man. Thanks for the tip. I'm gonna give this a try. To be honest, I'm gonna try Claw. I think I'll give that a go. And I might try Incensed Response if I'm noticing my might is low. I should keep a track on that, to be honest. It's funny how I got the stats were so close, but I like min-maxed my health a little bit lower. I'm a kind of a damaged clown. Alright guys, it's getting late as hell here. It's almost 2. I got work tomorrow. Had a lot of fun just hanging out with you guys. Appreciate you guys chilling. Let's check it, see what's going on here on the old YouTube channel. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out. I had a lot of fun with you guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys are having fun, consider hitting a like on the stream. It sends it to more people to maybe join in on the fun. I'm gonna get that Discord for our little community set up. Call it the Ram Ranch, probably the Ram Fam. And I'll start advertising that, get you guys invited and stuff. Start getting some mods and do that kind of thing. That's kind of on the agenda. Tomorrow we got the expansion reveal. Kind of looking forward to that, I'll be honest. Hoping we get some juicy details on what's coming. Hopefully some cool elite specs announcements. Let's go ahead and break dance. Traditional break dance. Alright, I'll be on Wednesday. If you guys are having fun, I'm gonna say it one more time, hit a like on the stream, hit a sub on the channel, and if not, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Make sure you guys drink water, call your loved ones, do your homework, get to work on time, and whatever other responsibility you're supposed to be doing that you're probably forgetting, okay? Alright, see you guys. Take care. Have a good one. Expect is already leaked? Really? Hold on, let's check Reddit. Let's check Reddit here on the outro. Are you talking about the name? What is it? What am I looking at? What is the leak exactly? Oh, I see. Shit, dude. They actually leaked it. Visions of Eternity, Digital Deluxe. The Skimmer is going to be the expansion mount? Why are people saying that? I don't get that. Damn, it got leaked already. Shit. Damn, boys. Let me go on. Well, let me just show you guys. I don't know why I'm not showing you on screen. Hold on. I can't believe everything got leaked. That's actually crazy. So they're doing the Skimmer as the expansion mount. Did the elite spec names get released? That's really all I care about. Skimmer rework, legendary aqua breather. A legendary aqua breather? Are you joking me? That's like the dumbest legendary I've ever heard of. Wardrobe update and improvements. Okay. Are you serious? A legendary water breather? I'm definitely not getting that. Like seriously? I only have like a I still have an exotic one. That's crazy. This is pretty small stuff, but whatever. Damn. This picture looks pretty mystical. I don't know where. I wonder where we're going. Huh. Apparently we're doing some sort of fairy sick video. Oh, I'm glad it helped you, man. Hopefully you don't have any trouble with the install, but it should be pretty quick and easy. And I tried to make it as fast and simple as possible for you guys, because some of those like install videos are insane, man. They're like 20 minutes, an hour of just so much stuff that you maybe don't really need to know. So no elite spec stuff? Alright, well, that's kind of what I was looking for. But let me close my tabs here. Alright, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully they give us some info on the elite specs. Fairy dust. Apparently some sort of fairy theme. Or what's some sort of fairy thing? Huh. I don't get that. Why fairy? Where are they getting that from? Alright, anyway. I'm gonna jump out. Hopefully by the time I wake up, we have some juice. Some juice to consume on what's coming next. Alright. This is like the longest stream outro ever. Alright, anyways, you guys take care. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.